welcome back to my channel. My name is Pastor Jassy Kabanihiza Ebwanyu. Yes, and together with
the guests.
I think that has become like now you can wash utensils. You will be on the schedule for mopping the house.
We are still guests.
You can cook your food.
We are guests.
I'm a guest.
You can cook your food.
The guest Queen Kaya. The guest Queen Kaya.
Yes. Thank you for having us back, Mama. As guests.
Say your name.
Will wash your utensils.
No. We are still guests.
Oh yes, you're welcome. And I know that very many people have been watching our episodes. They are, giving us feedback about the different things that we've been speaking about. And thank you so much for engaging with our content. Please like, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend about it. If something really stands out for you, I think you should share. Share with a friend. Let them know there's something good here and let them also watch for themselves. So I know that the last time we were here, we're talking about being thankful, 2025. So much has happened. What? Maybe just share with us. Jan is done, and here we are. The year is moving. The year is moving, and we're getting closer to Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I don't know if I should start making hints on this video. I can just make hints and then I send the link to my husband and say, please watch and tell me what you think
about the video.
Should we do wish list?
You don't have to give something.
Anyway,
I didn't see this Valentine's
Day. So share some Valentine's memories that you've had. Childhood Valentine.
I didn't see it even coming to this.
Some people were not Christians those days, so their memories might be
some way. But God is helping us. God is helping us.
What are some of those memories you think of when you think of Valentine's, especially when we were younger? We are still young. Yes.
When we were younger.
Okay.
Wow.
You guys, so first of all, for me, the first thing I remember about Valentine's was my parents, because they used to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So, some of my siblings were in boarding school, and then some of us were at home. And then would collect flowers and go clean their room, put the flowers in their bathroom, organize, do random, organize food.
Wow.
We were thinking we were being part of their romantic experience.
Wow.
I think they were just bearing with us. Think about it now as a now fake flowers. But it was such a great experience. So every single year I would look forward to it. And so I've grown up always knowing that Valentine's Day is a thing to celebrate. Then when I became older, in my younger version, I met a lover who had never celebrated Valentine's Day.
I have a thing about that thing where you meet that person who never did the things that you are and then you expect certain things and you're like, how are you even a person?
Yes.
What is it that you do? What did you like?
That was very relatable. I was just like, as in, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Celebrating?
What do you mean?
Valentine's? Where are the flowers?
The chocolate.
It was a real thing. It was a real thing in our relationship, because I was I had all these. I was finally, it's my turn. It's my turn.
I had been
for Valentine's Day.
It's now happening.
Yeah, we began dating in November. So I'm like,
the expectation
back January. I'm like, February. Let's just say that now, over the years, that experience has gotten better.
It's not all doom.
Having clarified,
there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Some conversation.
It's not where it needs to be.
The situation could have gotten better by her adjusting her expectations.
Yes. Not by the other person doing
Not on the
anything.
other side.
I feel like we have both had to make
Manage
a lot of adjustments to meet in some sort of middle point.
I don't know whether the middle is more on this side or it's more on this side.
That day, I was like,
In shock.
what did I ever do to God? Am I a girlfriend?
Lord, how do you forsake me in my time of need?
Who is this person?
You guys, don't assume. Like when you begin to date, don't assume someone's
Go with
background
your
and your
blank
experience
Whatever comes
is the
with
one
you.
that your person has received, and that the things that you have in your mind, they are the ones that are coming. Because had I helped myself and said early that, by the way, as for me, I
That's
celebrate Valentine's Day. This is how. I think that saved
It
me
would
a
have
lot
been-
of questions.
Yeah.
Hey. So I think in terms of my key memories of Valentine's Day, I'll never forget that our first Valentine's Day with my beloved. Like I was like, booked conversations
What are we
about how we
doing?
grew up, background,
Yeah.
what.
It really
But
plays
that
a
came
lot.
after.
It
Oh,
came up
yes.
Many
many disappointments.
No, many days
Days from that.
from that particular experience. Later, like after that,
So that Chimango was still there for all that time. Can you
like-
imagine? And you're like,
I'm a beautiful girl. Why would I be treated like this?
Valentine's Day.
I tell it wasn't for lack of effort. There was lots of effort, but that effort.
it didn't match up. It wasn't the one
I
needed.
had things in my own. Anyway, so I thank God
All
that
in all.
many years later,
Later.
my husband and I, we are still working together.
Wow.
After that one Valentine's Day.
You stuck in there and said,
Woo!
I will
We are doing
soldier
this.
on.
No, we had conversations where I had to manage my heart and he had to also manage
Manage.
himself. And then we were like, Kale, I think
This is where we're going.
Yeah, it's
this
where
one
we're
will be
meeting.
a good path to walk. Hey, thank you,
Oh,
babe.
wow.
Thank you. Yeah. So
No, for me,
Valentine.
Valentine was never a big thing.
you're the people.
No, let me tell you my story.
Mm.
Valentine for me was never, well, it was a big thing, but nobody ever. I didn't have that experience, like you said, where there was, a place or some people who were celebrated to know that, hey, wow, so the expectation came from there. I did have the expectation, but it's because I never experienced. You understand?
Yeah.
So yours came from seeing, mine came from not seeing.
And wanting
and
all
wanting
these things.
inside.
Tell me,
Because
Lord.
people at school, people will receive flowers or
Hey,
your secret Valentine.
come on now.
The cherry. I'm like, hey, okay. Then I was, you know, when you're in high school and you're a bit chubby and what, and I was a taller girl than most of them. Like, there is a way you're not in there among the, when
The
you have
list.
the list of those ones who would receive anonymous Valentines. Teenagehood, because of you're not generally the same as other kids. So that Valentine thing never fell on me. Those were anonymous from your anonymous what? Zero. So me
Secret
when I
lover.
came a secret whatever, not lover, but secret admirer.
Hey. Sorry.
You want to give my
Forgive
you want to
me.
give my parents a heart attack when they want to say. So
Don't have secret lovers when you're in high school, okay?
it's admirer.
Okay.
So now, me when I knew that I started dating, I just had
It has to be your
like
chance.
you get. You're
This
my
is it.
boyfriend. Now I'm the person.
Now we
like there is no
celebrate
competition.
Valentine.
It's
Yeah.
me. So
All that effort for competition
It's
bring it
mine.
here and
Yes.
Yeah.
Zero. So when I met my husband,
Ooh.
we were dating. The expectation he received, I had. And we did not, like you said, you don't really talk about it at the day, but the expectation is there. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Valentine's, I'm going to receive. In fact, I'm going to receive all the things I should have received from high school. From in that one,
You're so
yeah,
dangerous.
yeah, I have to receive the flowers, the chocolates, the teddy bears, and what?
Payback time, please.
I need to report to you.
You are the gift.
That
He was the gift.
he was the gift. I need to tell you that to this day of 13 years later, it's a conversation to even receive a bunch of flowers. And then at the point it was, guy, so even now, I am not going to receive the flower.
Even
Not
now.
even that chocolate. Even that teddy bear. So like you said, after that, the conversation has been there. Not that he doesn't bless me in other ways. He does, but I am a lover of flowers. So I like when I receive flowers, I get so happy.
Oh.
But he really blesses me in other ways. There are other things. I love gadgets as well. He has bought me. At least that one I have accepted.
Mhm.
And it makes up for the rest.
You're
But my
insisting on flowers.
yet the other you
Gadgets.
get gadgets. So
Where did this flower thing come
no,
from?
but the flower thing is a real thing. Like a girl needs flowers. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think. So just like you, my experience of my first Valentine's was 0. It did not match up to the expectation. At least you carried yours from me. I carried it from
all these hopes.
you get.
Wow.
But it was. We are now
I
there.
have such a bad joke, but I won't say.
Just say
I
it,
really
just
won't.
say
I
it.
think
You
many
guys
of your
know.
jokes are bad jokes.
It's just
So let's
so
just
bad.
go. Do it. Now
What?
you're not
We
joke
need to
alone.
laugh.
Let me share my Valentine's experience. So I went to a Catholic secondary school, and we used to celebrate Valentine's as a public holiday
Wow.
in school. Yes.
What a school.
So we used to have mass at school on Valentine's Day, because I think it's Saint Valentine. I'm not so sure, but we used to have a public holiday, and in the evening there was a kadanke, aka school dance. Yeah.
If you
But
understood
that
that word
thing, eh?
kadange, you're with
I
us.
had the
in this
challenge
age
with that.
bracket.
Listening, that thing would make me laugh.
Which one? Kadanke.
Kadanke. Like I was like, what word is that?
Kadance.
This one.
I was not familiar with the word when I first
Leave
heard
us.
This is a point to let you know that this is an international student in Uganda.
Like, why do
Anyway,
these people say this word? I don't know.
leave that.
Believe this.
And so, because I was in a mixed school, there was so much excitement about Valentine's Day.
Come on now. First of all, it's a public holiday, and there's a
Guys.
dance.
And so there'll be letters crossing from the boys' side to the
Woo!
girls' side, gifts over what, unwrapping gifts. Oh,
Yeah.
I used to be, I think, a transporter for someone's gift, if I remember. Someone's gift, I think. I would keep, hey, this one has brought chocolate, this one's taken over what. And I remember there was a girl in school who had more than one boyfriend. And so she'd be receiving from, and all of them are competing. If this one bought a necklace, and is going to buy teddy bears, and they knew each other.
Oh.
That's a funny thing. In high school, we had all these good things. Then you'd write letters.
Hey.
Then you perfume them.
Hey.
Then those days there were not pads.
And then there were also songs. Did you
yes,
write songs?
goodbye.
Like you dedicate a
Dedication,
song?
please.
Because
Just-
you're really singing. Oh my god. Not pads, I'd forgotten that.
And those
bad.
dedications were not actual songs. They would be written in the letter.
Oh yes, you'd do the you guys. It was so
I don't know
nice.
what you guys were talking about. Me in school, I was studying chemistry.
Even me, I was, but this chemistry was for the heart. But the fun around it was usually around when people would get gifts. Those who did not get, then those who got surprise gifts. Like you don't know a guy
I
likes
don't know
you.
who sent you.
Then he tells you that day on Valentine's Day, I've always loved you. I always see you like, Then you have to be on the dance
It's
floor.
a movie.
Then
I have a question, but first
booking
finish.
themselves over what? Oh, you guys, high school was so dope. And now later, I don't know why I really didn't have expectations for Valentine's. Also, I was raised by a single father. So things really didn't line up very well in my mind. I'm like, yeah, the day is there, it's for lovers. Give yourselves things. We are here, we shall eat them. Yeah.
Ask the people who are around
Please,
you.
we shall eat them.
We shall eat them.
We, the guy is giving, okay.
So later, of course, I get married. I really never had expectations for Valentine's. I really did. And so before I got married, when we were dating with my husband, he would give me flowers, chocolates, sense cake.
Wow.
Over what?
But see now the
What?
person they are giving.
Zero expectation. So even the way in which you receive the gift, you're like, hey, thank you. Some of us, that thing would have
You go out, shop, bring me things. I'm like, oh. Now, of course, the pressure comes in of now you've given me, now I have to give you.
And you're like, that's not even my thing.
Now I have to think of, oh, what do I get this man for Valentine's Day? Socks. Then they're making jokes about stop giving men
Yes,
socks
socks,
and
yeah.
belts.
And you're like, already that's my thing.
They removed the socks. What do I give you?
Belt.
And then they cancel that too.
They cancel the belt. You're
But
like,
Valentine's has always been that thing that everybody is either secretly expecting.
Yeah.
There are those ones who are not even thinking about it. There are those ones who are overly thinking about it. But the beauty for us is that our wedding anniversary comes at the end of Feb. So
You are kind of helped in that.
yeah,
Somehow. You plan for some. You are
we are
planning.
there somewhere planning. But it has always hoped that it comes in Feb. And so in my house, I don't think there's a lot of hype around Valentine's Day. When the gifts come, they are extremely welcome. They are received. Just that if you ask me if it's in my plans, I don't think so. But also, as a ministry, we'll have finished the 40-day fast.
See, I have no response.
Zero response.
It's fine. Because it's okay.
It's okay.
The Lord is
The Lord is
on
At
our
that
side.
point, you may no longer want food. Now you might be like, I have, it's fine. It's fine.
What is food? Anyway?
What is food anyway?
Anyway,
Let me tell you something my husband told me about Valentine's Day. After, in like the 4th or 5th year of having these discussions around negotiations, round table, he said, you know, the thing is that if at all I have to wait for one day in a year to show you that I love you and just like overwhelm you with all these things and like love bomb you, then there's no point in my relationship with you, because you should be feeling that way all
Every
year
day.
round, every day. I was like, Ushers. Okay, fine. Like it makes so much sense.
okay, love me every day.
Yeah.
You love me.
Okay, love me every day. But it made sense to me. It felt like toned down a lot the thing that I built around Valentine's, because it was a real up there, like next to my birthday. That one,
Valentine's
that one
Day.
cannot be toned down. But like it real, because I was like, okay, it makes sense, because if I assess my relationship with him year in, year out, every single day I'm feeling greatly loved. That's the one thing I'm always feeling, greatly loved. So I was like, Kale, I forgive you, this thing, but I also like it, but I understand where you're coming from. And also because I think continually your husband, as I've said, you know, he's always loving on you, giving you things, doing things. So it's like, you know,
It's
every day can be.
And also, one of my friends once asked me, but her love language is different from her husband. It's always different. Her husband is more of what do you call the one that touch? They touch.
Touch.
No, hers is touch. His is gift. So he expressing your love language on someone else is so common in a
Yes.
relationship.
Yes.
You don't consider their love language.
Yes.
You expect that yours.
It's easier to be in your
Yes.
default, yeah.
So he would give her gifts, but all she wants is just quiet time with him. So the gifts are like, for him he feels he has loved you.
Yeah.
But for she feels like you have not loved.
Yeah.
You've got, because
Yeah.
now for me I want time with you, I want to hold hands and what. But he's saying, but I am loving you, I've given you gifts.
No, I love you.
But that is his.
Yeah.
Yet she is also imposing hers on him.
Oh wow.
So it was kind of frustrating. So then we realized, you know what? You're supposed to give them
Their
theirs
love
Yeah.
language, yeah. Not
and
yours.
not impose yours because you feel that that's the way you're loved. You're assuming it's also the way they are loved. And that's also another thing I learned during our relationship, that I like those things, but you see, I like them, and he also has his
own thing.
Yes. So he's trying to love me in a way that I also want. I need to be loved, but also I need to also reciprocate the thing. So it helped me understand that Shiva, sometimes, people come from different places. Their experiences of love are different. Tone your thing down also. Really, because even you have to reciprocate according to what their love language is, or what they value as, as what will make them happy.
Yeah.
Hey. I love it. I think if you celebrate, if Valentine's Day is your thing, please go out. Go all out. Put the flowers, the petals, the candles.
It's gonna be
please.
It's gonna be
if it's not your thing, have peace in it. Not being your thing, but also consider the other person, the person who asks for it. Anyway, the last time we were here, we were speaking about Thanksgiving.
I'm thankful that Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Come on now.
You're reminded that Valentine's Day.
Wow. And so we thought we were discussing about, and just thinking we need to lean in a little bit more about giving thanks during the tough seasons.
Ooh. Yeah.
The things that may not necessarily, because whenever you think about giving thanks, you think about giving thanks in the highs. I'm making 11 years in marriage in Feb. Yay! And of course I will have a whole Thanksgiving, a speech, WhatsApp status, Instagram, the clan will be thanked, everybody will be thanked. But I know that there've been tough seasons in there where you're thinking, perhaps I have nothing to thank God for. Or you're probably standing at a grave, you're looking at someone has died, someone you believed for healing, you believe that they'll be well, you even had a prophecy about their healing, and things didn't turn out the way you actually anticipated. And many times when people start to talk about Thanksgiving, I remember attending a funeral service of a little child. I don't think that child made 1 year, but I remember attending that funeral service, and I was sitting right next to someone, and when the person who was leading the funeral service, started to say, you know what, in all things we give thanks. The person seated next to me stood up and jeered at the priest, I don't remember, but there was a clergy, someone was preaching, and she walked out in protest. What do you mean give thanks? Allow us to mourn, allow us to, like, what do you mean? What's there to give thanks when all our money is gone? Like, they were really, really, really angry in that situation about what was going on. And it made me realize that sometimes in life, of course, things can really, really be tough. It can be tough. It can really get tough. But I know that each one of us has had our own fair share of life experiences, and I'd like us to just share. Sometimes when people see you sit there and laughing, and what they're like, this one is living their best life. She has tamani nako. For our English speaking audience, she doesn't know days.
Wow. That's how it's translated.
She doesn't know days at all. So you might be there seated thinking, what is there to give thanks to God for when, like, there's nothing? Like, when you look around you, there seems to be nothing. So share some of your stories and what did you do in that state of despair? But sip something.
I think so. I think
it's a good place to start.
That's like
sips juice.
Me, I'm still sipping. Someone else.
Don't sip for 3 days.
We can wait.
Someone else should talk as I sip all my juice.
I could share. So I have two stories that stand out. Of course, there are very many. If we decide the whole episode, many others would be about that. One was when I was at campus in my first year. I was going to a different church, and that church we used to organize youth lock-ins. So I was serving in the youth office at that church.
Sorry, what's a youth lock-in? Just help us.
I want to help you, but anyway. So I was going to attend a youth lock-in. A youth lock-in is so we would pick a house and say, let's say we're going to Kaya's house or we're going to Shiba's house, and all the youth in that fellowship would go to that house, would cook, have a meal, spend the night there watching movies, talking, laughing. In the night we'd have really deep conversations and just have fun with them. And we were, at the time I was at campus, and the people were going to support or spend time with were in Essex Park. And so I think must have been like in my second year. And so I get a taxi from Mobs, and I was going to, I think, Bonga, that side, that on that road. So I leave Bugolobi, get into a taxi. I start to feel a bit of pain. I start to feel pain, but I didn't take it seriously. I'm like, I'll get a painkiller and continue on my journey. And so I get to the old taxi park, and it's raining, but the pain wasn't going away. I could barely stand in the old taxi park. I could barely stand, and I'm holding, you're holding an umbrella, bending down in so much pain. I called the guys I was going to meet. They had gone ahead of me because I was doing tests, so they had already started. This is like late in the night. I mean, like about 7-8 p.m. It's dark. So I called them. They tell me, you know what, go back to campus. Go back to your hostel, we'll come and pick you up. So I go back to hostel. It's raining. Like there's nobody on the road. It's raining. I could barely stand. Get back into the taxi, go back to hostel. The moment I opened the gate at hostel, I just walked to my friend's room, the nearest room there. And so the night starts. My friends drive me around, take me to a hospital. Turns out later, of course, many scans later, that's how I met your dad for the first time. He was my doctor. So I ended up in Molago. Turns out I had a cyst that had burst.
Oh my God.
And this is the first time my family is ever getting to know about cysts. It's the first, like, we had no idea. Do you understand? Fresh from campus, I think the longest, the thing that ever taken me to hospital at that point, up to that point, was malaria. Those
common things.
Yeah.
Of every day.
So I fall sick. I'm in the hospital, and they tell me, you know what, you're going to have to be operated on. What? This is happening in like. So I go into the theater. You guys, I don't know if you guys have had operations, but when you're seated in that theater, you really see life and death stand before you. Yeah? You don't know what's about to happen to you, whether you walk out alive or dead. And you see, well, we can sit here and we're in a community where many people, even in my room was like the noisiest room on that floor.
Course.
It had visitors all the time. I think my last visit I would leave like at midnight or 1 a.m. And the very next day I had more visitors. Like that's how crowded my room was, but I was alone. You know that feeling where even if we're 1,000 in this room, this is a moment between me and my God. Like all of you can't help me at that point. Yeah. There's nothing you can do in this moment. I got wheeled into the theater. There were all these machines, that green color, the equipment on the side, the what. And even by the time we go to the scan of, this is a cyst, we had done a couple of scans before. And so even just the fact that my mind was worried about what if it's not the thing, because the first diagnosis I got was wrong. And now, by the time they're telling me it's a burst cyst, I hope it's actually the right thing. Anyway, long story short, that was the first time I can tell you that I had moments with God of, man, if you don't come through for me, nobody is going to come through for me. I remember singing a certain song. Right now I can't remember it very well, but I remember it was something to do with, you know what, God, this is me and you right now. Yeah? We didn't have that much money on us to say we were going to be able to pay for that bill. We did, like you guys, my family was going through a lot in that season.
Wow.
There was no money. There was no, even for my big sister to come to the hospital to visit, she was worried because a campus girl is just insists what is a cyst. Perhaps you had an abortion and you're jazzing a cyst.
Wow.
Anyway, so long story short, I remember sitting down and just thanking God in that moment. I had no words. I had no, and that has always been like from that time on. Whenever I have like difficult health complications, I just sit down and just remind myself of that day in that theater, and I tell God, you know what, this, I don't know what's going on. My hands are off. Do your thing. I don't see the good right now, but I'm just thankful to God that I get to experience this with you, that you are here. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
Wow.
I know you are with me, because you guys, you stare at everything in that room. Actually, one of the things that happened to me that time, I had so many bad stories about Molago, but one thing that happened to me, I remember, is the person that does, what do they call that person that puts you to sleep?
Oh,
That
the
person,
lodges.
that one. I remember he was a Muzungu. He was a black American guy. He had a dope accent. That one. That one I remember. So he had a really good accent, and then he finds me in the theater, the actual place where they went to carry out the operation, and he says, "Why are you putting her here? Don't you see she's scared? Or what?" So he takes me into another room. And he starts to talk to me. He asks me, "Are you born again?" I said, "Yes, I'm born again." He says, this thing God has already taken care of it.
Wow.
We start to sing songs with this man.
Wow.
In my mind, up to this day, I feel like that was an angel that God sent me, because I don't even know how I'd have handled that situation. He starts to tell me about some songs. We sing hill songs. At the time, there was lots of Hillsong music going on. We start to sing those songs. He asks me about the church I go to. I tell him, we real bonded on that thing. The next thing I remember, I woke up in my room.
Wow.
And of course, now the healing process starts. But I was so grateful to God that even in that moment, He sent that man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so grateful to God that, like, I could still see the hope, the points in there of hope. And it just kept me going. And even when I go through tough times, I just remember the Lord that picked me from that theater can always come through for me. My second story is, so when we got married, 2015, we got married. Got married young. Don't think
true.
big number. I got married in 2015, and in our plans was thinking, we'll wait to have a child, 1-2 years, and then we'll have a child. And we were making 11 years. We don't have a child yet. And so it can be some way. When you're getting into conversations with people are offering you help, people are saying so many things about you. One of the things I actually struggled to do was celebrate my 10th anniversary. I struggled because if you know me, you know that we have targets to meet, we have things to do. So now when you tell me sit down and celebrate, I'm like, what are we celebrating? That we've spent 10 years working together, just playing games and laughing out loud our lives. Like, what is there to celebrate? And I really, really struggled with that decision, because prior to the celebration, I kept telling everyone, in fact, we're going to go out of the country, we're going to travel the world, we're going to celebrate our 10th anniversary, what. But then now, the thought of gathering people in one place to tell them we are celebrating 10 years of a marriage anniversary. What exactly are you celebrating? Because in 10 years, you should have at least gotten a child. Like, there are milestones that you can even show people and say, these are our milestones, right? And 10 years later, we didn't have a child. 10 years later, we are calling people again. Guys, come we celebrate 10 years anniversary. To this day, by the way, people still got annoyed that I didn't invite them. I'm sorry. Now it's on TV.
It's on record.
It's on record. Sorry.
Yeah. So I sat down with Pastor Liz, who reported me. But Pastor Liz and many of the other pastors, and they told me, you know what, Jessie, in everything there's always something to give thanks to God for. There was something in that 10 years to give thanks to God for. And I remember people coming together to organize our 10th anniversary, a WhatsApp group was created. Guests were invited. People contributed money for our 10th anniversary. Like, I feel like I blinked twice and we had a party. Dresses were made, shoes were bought, like full-fledged party for 10 years anniversary. That none of us, me and my husband, we had given up on the idea.
Would you please insert how many people you had wanted to invite initially, seeing as you wanted to celebrate, and what happened eventually?
So I wanted to invite 10 people.
Now I even asked myself, Oba, because
just to know how much she wanted to celebrate.
We ended up with 100.
Wow.
With a worship team, a band, a
everything.
Food, guest artists.
Yes, guest artists.
Well, Sandra, Sylvia, I greet you also. But yeah, we had a whole party. But I remember sitting down and having a conversation with Pastor Ari, Pastor Liz, some of the pastor friends, and of course family, and they were saying there's no way. God has been so faithful. We might not have children, physical children, to put there and say, oh, these are the kids that we have in the last 10 years. But this, God has done so much. And to stand in that room, and I had so many spiritual children that were present. I had so many people who were speaking of the impact of our marriage on their lives, the impact of the things that they had seen in our lives, like how we've lived our lives in the 10 years, that we did not stop because we did not have children, but we actually continued, with our lives. We leaned into that thing. We served the Lord faithfully. I remember so many people, our parents stood up and thanked God that we were serving in ministry. Wow. That in the last 10 years, I can tell you, we've served in ministry. We've served the Lord in various ways, in various capacities, and all that we were blinded. In that moment we were blinded of all those things. And here we were asking God for these 2 children when He was giving us nations. We were blinded by, we don't have biological children, but we have all these things happening around us, and we had you get we had been blinded by all the things that were happening around us, and we just did not see the goodness of God in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, God has provided. God has watched over us. God has covered us. I have an army of people around me. Like, when I hear people telling their stories of I've not conceived, our marriage is so bad because we're not conceived. That's not my story. It's really not. My in-laws have never asked me for a child. My own family has never asked me for a child. My close people around me, never once have they asked me for a child. We live our lives in such a way that we are so happy, and God has really protected us. Protected us from so many things that I can't explain. Every time we've had to go for medical procedures or anything, He has provided. He has been there. He has watched over us. And now when I look back, I'm like, why were we refusing to do this party again? Why were we refusing to celebrate God? Because in the moment, we were not seeing those things. We were not seeing, if someone brought this glass in front of you and told you, look at this glass, you're going to look at this glass so much so that you'll not see. If someone passed, you might not notice them. If someone put flowers there, you might not even see them. If someone switched on the light, perhaps you might notice, but not so much, because your focus is on this one thing, that you do not see everything around you that's happening. And that was our situation in the moment of, we might not have all these things, the children. Of course, at this point, you want houses, over lands, over what? Hey, you guys, 10 years, these are our achievements. But I'm grateful to God that, even where we are grateful. We are grateful to God. We are grateful to God for spiritual family. We are grateful to God for cover. Cover. That one, I don't even take it for granted. That if someone asked me for a child in front of certain people that I know, they would be the ones fighting for me. You know how Angel Gabriel dealt with Lucifer? dealt with Lucifer without God getting involved.
Sit there, we
That
can
would
handle
be-
this.
Chino Chindeke, for me.
It's just you sit here.
Trust me, I have that army. If you dare woke up and started, random KB about, oh, but you guys, why are you just eating food and what? Friends, don't do it.
Stand one.
Don't do it. It might not even be me who will come for you.
Ah.
To be someone else. And
Ah.
God has really positioned people around us to just shelter us and cover us. And, even my own husband just being there. And you guys, we have so much fun in our marriage. So much.
We see it.
And we love it.
Sometimes my worries are, but how will these children fit into our marriage? That's where look, we're enjoying this thing called life. I don't know how you're going to fit yourselves into this
Into our
space.
thing.
But yeah, I'm grateful to God for, those moments
Yeah.
where you sit back and just reflect on the things that this season was tough. I cried. Remember crying about that thing? I'm like, why? Why are we doing this party? Why? That thing was organized in less than a month. And it happened. And I'm so grateful to God for it.
Wow.
Over to you, ladies.
We made it.
Sip
I think-
juice.
I think maybe I'll share a story, one first, and then we'll see how it goes. But I think that thing that you said of when you're in the moment that is hard, that you're looking at this thing that has failed or that is refusing to move because you had this plan, you had this expectation, just like God, we have a plan and this is it. So in that moment, that devil is so with a blanket to come and just tell you, because it sort of validates your thing of saying this thing should have happened. This moment should not be like this.